Episode
Two bros, no
We are-
turnips.
We are in the car.
And we are on the move. We are heading to our most favorite spot in our area.
The place where legends are made.
The place where legends are birthed or made,
Yeah.
depending on how you would interpret it.
The Pinnacle.
To the Pinnacle. We are going to the Pinnacle Park. Well, what is it technically as the park? Is it just called Pinnacle?
No, yeah, it's the Pinnacle disc golf course.
If anyone knows anything about our area, we always like
It's
to
not even-
name things like little villages that aren't really towns. Oh, seatbelt. Little villages that aren't really towns, we call like what is it? Guiled or like Guiled or Kellyville, right? Kellyville ain't a fucking
not even
town.
a town. It's just like a village on the way to another town.
Right. So anyway, that's kind of what I was thinking when I was just saying Pinnacle. We're going to our high school.
Well, the
technically.
Pinnacle is actually that hill up behind the high school.
Technically, yes.
It's a hiking trail that they call the Pinnacle.
Yep.
I think there's a couple of streets, neighborhoods back there. I think there's a Pinnacle Street up there.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. There might be. I know there's the trails, right? And then the ski jump. So today we are playing some disc golf.
But yeah, basically the Pinnacle is the first disc golf course we ever played on. It was our home course in Newport. We had a great big old club of guys, and we played, freaking every single day, it seemed.
Right. This is a course, I mean, we kind of knew about it when we were in high school, but I mean, we weren't.
I didn't. See,
I didn't either. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm saying. We didn't really know
go
about
up back,
it.
You know, we'd run out the back door and go up there into the woods and go all the way up to like Casey Bell's house and shit.
Yeah.
Way up back, up on Cheney Street. But I would go buy those baskets and I didn't know what the fuck they were. I remember being young thinking they were bear feeders.
Yeah.
Or bear traps, or I didn't know what the fuck they were. Me and Jay, then years later after school, I hung out with Jay, and he got that snowmobile, and he liked to snowmobile a lot.
Yes.
We went snowmobiling, and we went down the trail through the Pinnacle to go by the covered bridge.
And then you saw the baskets.
And we
I'm
drove by
guessing.
Jay almost ran into one, so he was going to destroy it.
Oh, no.
He was like, yeah, dude, that's going to get someone killed. What the fuck is this thing? You know.
So he was going to take it down.
Yeah,
like
he was
like,
go back and get his axe. Demolish this thing, or get his because you could take a bolt out and pull it.
You're right.
So he was gonna go get his tools, and
well, yeah,
we never did. But
it's
then,
a trail. You would never think that you're going to be coming across a freaking metal basket with chains on it.
I know, but it was crazy. But then one day, after that, you know, I was with Melissa and stuff, and we were. I was working nights at Hannaford's, and I became the manager. And they did a manager team building day, right?
Yep.
And that day we went to all sorts of places. We did go-karts in Concord. It was a whole day of all the managers going around eating, going to lunch, and doing fun stuff. Towards the end of the day, one of the guys, the manager of the produce department, Chris, I think his name was, he friggin' liked to play disc golf. And he's like, hey, let's go. We did dubs. First time I ever did it. And I was terrible, but...
Oh, double, two people?
We did dubs with all our managers, and he was wicked good. The way he was throwing the disc made me want to learn how to do it.
Right.
And so then I was like, the next day, literally, I went and got me. I was like, Jay, this game, dude. He's like, yeah, whatever, man. If you want to try it, I ain't got nothing to do. We'll try it.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fun. I think we could go up there. We could go up to the Pinnacle, and we can hang out. You can drink, whatever, you know. Disc golf, people have a beer, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's what I never knew what disc golf was. Yeah. If I was to say anything, I went to Boy Scout camp and then I played like what they called ultimate frisbee, and there was like a big plastic like beehive that had holes on each side, and the frisbee would come out of either end, but I think it was made for a ball. I'm not sure, but
like
we
like
played
the basketball
like
hoop ones, kind of.
Yes, that's what we played with a frisbee. So that was the only thing I could imagine would be ultimate frisbee. But when obviously you and Jay told me about disc golf. And yeah, so my point of earlier was, even though we were at the school, we didn't really know about it. But really, we did know about it because my brother welded all the baskets. Yeah. Well, he was part of the welding class that welded all the baskets.
So we knew they were there.
At least some of us knew they were there. We didn't. We didn't know until we're in our mid-20s. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. So then me and Jay fell in love with it.
Right. And once you and Jay fell in love with it, you convinced me to come out and play. Yeah. And
get your own
I think that same day I went and bought a starter pack of Discraft.
Yeah,
right?
we all got
a starter pack of the leopards.
Yeah.
I think there was the leopard, the shark was a mid-range shark, the heaviest discs. And I bought the Wraith. Remember that red Wraith that I had, that first disc I had?
And those were some of the best times because we weren't like I did tournaments. It got to a point where I was trying to be so good that I lost the fun.
Yeah.
Right? Like, even though me and Jay we were playing every day. I literally ended up splitting up with Melissa and was like, I'm gonna take the year off in disc golf. I didn't even get a job, and I was like, fucking.
No, you guys were going to everywhere. You going
Dude,
to
if it
Massachusetts
was raining, yes.
and
If we woke up and it was
Manchester.
raining, Jay was texting me saying, bro, I'm watching the radar and it's not raining in fucking Mass. Let's go to Maple Hill.
Yep.
And then we go down to Maple Hill for the day and run. We're literally going where the rain ain't, just so we can golf. And then if it was fucking raining, dude, we got to the point where we were on umbrellas, we had rain flies, we got headlamps so we could play in the dark.
Yep.
We played golf and
well, that was
and,
well, that was what Jay kept convincing us to go do these golf excursions.
Mhm.
And then it became wintertime.
Dude, that boy was
and
an
he
adventurer.
was crazy about it. It's like, come on, guy, come on, dude. What the
Come on,
fuck?
let's go.
Come on, let's go.
Like there's
You're not
nothing
doing
else to
anything.
do
You're
in
not
life.
doing anything better. It's like, Jay, we are gonna freeze tits off
Yeah,
if we
yeah,
go out
yeah,
there
yeah.
with these discs, bro. We got these little LED lights. He shows us these little sandwich,
Yeah, come
like
on, man. I'll buy you breakfast. Let's
these
go.
little sandwich watch light batteries
Yeah,
with these LEDs on it, and we're scotch taping. We're scotch taping these lights to the discs, which changes the flight pattern. They fly off weird. Well, Jay doesn't stop there.
No, he never gave up.
He didn't stop there. That wasn't good enough. He buys what? Floodlights? Like a line of floodlights, headlamps, you name it.
Lights to put on
We
the baskets.
have lights lighting the fairway of a snowy fucking disc golf course at Pinnacle.
Yeah, just so we can play.
Just so we could play, just because of our buddy that got us into it. I would say Jay got us into it more than, in a way, it was just the happenstance of Jay, us all hanging out and trying to find something to do that ain't gonna get us in trouble, I guess you could say. And
yeah,
it was a perfect opportunity for us to wing this plastic around and see how good we can do, not hit trees with it. But it did turn into a little bit more where it was
But that I introduced it to Jay, and I felt like me and Jay kind of got into it together.
Right. Yep.
And then
you
branched
brought me
out. Like
into
I
it,
introduced Eddie to it. Jay,
Right.
We introduced
You
you,
and Jay
you would go with
introduced
either
me to
me,
it.
Jay, or Eddie, Malcolm.
Yep.
There was a lot of people in the beginning that we all hung out with that were doing it that kind of just fell off.
And then there was, of course, the home
John
course
Souye,
players.
remember John Souye?
Oh, Souye, yep.
Yeah, a lot of Jay's friends, he got involved with it. He got buddies with Brett.
Yep.
A little bit. He almost fought him.
Oh, yeah. I didn't remember that. When did that happen?
He slapped Brett with a disc. Brett told me all about it.
Oh,
Slapped him right in the fucking face for like Jay perceived it as Brett trying to big man him.
Yep.
And just hit him with the disc and said, do something about it.
Right, yep.
And Brett was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I got my first
gotta
disc
fight
golf
ya.
bag, which is in the bag. My first disc golf bag was a Discraft bag from Jay.
Yep.
It's because he wanted to upgrade. He got a bag that straps in the back, so it's a little awkward. It's one of those first, at least in this iteration of disc golf coming into this area more prevalently. It's like one of those sling over bags. It's not like what you got. Like a nice pro kind of level bag, which is easy access, right? In a way, mine set up.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
You know.
I started doing tournaments and stuff, and then one day I saved up and got it. But
Right.
I
But
only
it's
did
only
it
gone
because
from
at the
there.
time
I mean,
it was like $500,
Yeah.
and I only did it because it was like, I will never have to buy another bag.
And it's only gone from there. I've only bought this one bag, but now I have no room, right?
Right.
I've been less of buying more discs. I mean, I just bought 4. I got 4 brand new discs. And kind of another reason why we're going here to do this is I bought some new discs that I want to try out.
Right, but with you too,
I'm a very casual player.
right. So like you're still able to like, I don't know, enjoy new discs, right?
Yeah.
So like with me, unless it's something that I lost out of my bag, I don't need a new disc. Like I'm not trying to replace any of these discs because most of the ones that are in my bag that aren't like, something that I'm like, I might take a new mold like Eddie gave me, but going into a store and buying a brand new disc is hard for me.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, everything in my bag is beat in. It don't fly the way it
And
does.
so
when it
you
was- when
like
it's
it.
brand new.
Yeah, you like
So
it
even
better.
if I lose my buzz,
Yep.
I'm not going to the store, and I cannot find that buzz in the store because even if I find that exact same buzz, it's going to take 2 years to get that buzz to do what this one does.
Yeah.
Right? So I got to go to fucking Eddie's house and see if he's got an old beat up buzz I can have. To try to mimic that spot in my bag.
So what you're meaning is for you, because you have all these discs that you've then played with from new to being worn in, introducing a new disc into your bag means you're introducing a new throw, in a way, or something that you don't have.
Yeah, so you'll see
You know,
in my
you'd have
bag
to
now,
work. You'd have to
right
work
now.
it out. Like,
Yeah.
you'd have to figure out how to throw. How
right
you want to
now,
throw
I
this
have a
one
couple different molds that I didn't normally have back in the day, and because I've put my foot down and
Yep.
said I'm going to learn the forehand. I'm going to start doing it more than I do my backhand, to the point where my forehand is so strong that, like, it's not even a thing.
Yeah.
So yesterday, I went golfing yesterday, and I did the short tees at Ringbrook, and I did short tees, no backhands, 18 holes.
Oh, so you forced yourself.
Forced myself.
Yep.
Every fucking shot had to be a forehand unless I was putting.
Yep.
Unless I was in putting stance, everything was forehand. I did -2 from the short tees, all forehands. And I think just doing that, I leveled up my forehand yesterday. Just
Nice.
at least one level, So, yes, that being said, the discs are a little bit different in my bag for my forehand. I did have to add a couple different types of discs that I never would do in there, because I need to add to my forehand, right?
Yeah, yeah. And me, I can add any disc as long as I'm looking at the weight and what it does.
You're right.
I'm more easy going where I'll buy that new disc, because I don't really have a lot that are broken in yet. Yet I don't have this. I guess you could say, like, even a regular golfer. Like, I don't have these set that I'm in love with.
Right. I know my game.
I'm not in love with them because
I'm
I'm not as experienced in my game.
right.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Not only that, I have a lot of different shots and a lot of versatility, but like you said, I have it figured out more, right? So,
Yeah.
so I can do the same shot with every disc in that bag, and so it's like, I don't always necessarily have to get more discs. I've understood that I can actually take the same disc and throw it 3 different ways, right?
Yep.
Like, I'll never need a bigger bag. I have too many discs right now in that bag, and they're actually only in there so they don't fucking flop around.
Right.
Right, like I've learned that A, I'm getting older, I don't want the weight.
Yeah.
And B, I end up fucking, back in the day, me and Jay would sit in his trunk, go to a course, drive to Vermont or something, go to a course, open up his trunk, and sit there for 30 minutes building our bag with all the discs that we had in his trunk.
Yeah,
And
he
we'd
had
sit
a
there and be
lot
like, oh,
too,
well,
yeah.
we're building our bag based off of the course and
Yep.
the holes we can think of. And, but we're getting so like, oh, fuck, I have to bring, what if I'm going to need this? What if I get in the woods? And we just keep stuffing discs in for every single thought we have about this round. And by the time, then you go play, and if you really kept track, you're only using like 7 of them.
Yeah.
You got a bag of 30 discs.
Sometimes when I play with Jay,
And-
he's only using certain amps or MVP
you got like
discs that he
6.
had because he wants a certain edge because he's
Or you want to beat
expecting it
in.
to all
Depends
roll.
on what you're up to, yeah.
Well, I remember one course we played with Jay, was it Manchester, or I forget which course. Maybe it was even just a round we played at Pinnacle. Jay might not have been having a great day.
Yeah.
And he was basically banking on using a disc that had a style that would facilitate it rolling a bit more, because it would prevent him from losing a stroke. And I would do that sometimes too. Like, I'm going to decide I'm going to tomahawk, but I'm going to tomahawk with this disc because I know it will perform better
than that one.
than that one.
Right.
Yep. Well, that's why I think what I did, the one thing I did change up my game where I'm set with what I like is putting.
Yeah.
Putting, I like the soft plastic. I like the bending magnets.
Yeah.
I like the really, really soft. Like
You don't
an
spit out as much.
aviar or something that has a harder and deeper dish that for me, my hand's not so big to rest my hand in that dish when I'm trying to do kind of like a layup, right?
Yeah.
When I'm trying to toss it up, it's a bit more difficult for me. But if I have the soft ones, the flight pattern might be more unpredictable as they get more beat in and the sun hits them and they get softer. But they tend to not to have negative flight. They literally are just kind of teetering and floating as they go into the basket.
Right.
So I tend to like that more than trying to throw the plastic harder putting discs.
Yeah.
So there are some things that I get what you're saying where I don't need to buy a whole bunch of different putters because I know what I like.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, I just think if you look at our entire past with disc golf, the history of it all, and how when I sit there and look at it, and like the J thing, and then I got Eddie into it, and me and Eddie have always been real close, to the point where we wanted to, it went from, fun and party disc golf, right?
Yep.
Which was, it's hard because with Jay, it was more a little bit like kid-like joy, right? We could hit trees and die out laughing.
Right. We literally were doing
And
it
then
to
somewhere
kind
along
of
the
get
way-
fucked up a little bit.
I'm not saying
we were having it for more fun. most of the time we went with Jay, we were drinking. Most of the time we were drinking. So, I mean, it was to do that in a way that we weren't just sitting at a house and not doing anything. We're kind of doing something too.
But
it was much more carefree. It was very kind of loosey-goosey. We weren't trying to, like, go crazy. If anything, we were just playing a lot. When we were with Jay, it was just like, oh, we're going to be playing all fucking day or all weekend.
Right. And what had happened is, we played so much, obviously you don't play something that much and not want to get good at it, right? So we started looking up the disc flights and watching YouTube videos on how to throw them. And
first person I watched was Simon Lizotte doing his trick shots and doing
stuff like
doing
that.
his stuff like that, these ace shots, and how he's banking shots way over canopies of trees. How the fuck are you analyzing that so much? Oh, we got construction here, I think.
But
it's a phone line.
Somewhere along the way, it turned from the fun to being very competitive and very, very critical of your game. And no longer are we laughing when we hit trees. Now it's becoming a frustration, and it's something that we're constantly thinking about we can't do because we want to get a better score.
Right.
Which is fine. You want to get better at the game, right? And I'm glad it kind of happened because it forced me to have self-awareness. It got to a point where Eddie got into disc golf, we got into tournaments, and we wanted to get better. We started practicing all the physical, the puttings, practice your putts, practice your drives, all the throwing.
Yep.
And figuring everything out. And I said it in the last podcast that, it seemed like definitely getting better at throwing the disc, but the score is not, changing. Like, I'm not getting better scores.
Yep.
What is going on? And I figured out it was a mental thing, and that self-awareness on the physical practice part of everything, the physicalness of it, that turned into a mental awareness where now I'm seeing an actual more evidence that I didn't mess my shot up because where my feet are or how I'm holding the disc.
Yep.
I messed my shot up because I thought I was going to mess my shot up.
Right, and that was a big eye-opening when we were testing that theory out and doing it in the moment, and we could see it. I think we saw it the most with me, right? We would see the shots I would make, and
I think we each see it more with ourselves.
You mentioned it. Well, what I mean is it's outwardly coming at me, right? True. If I'm just having fun, and then other people are coming and saying, "Monty, you just sunk that fucking shot. Yeah. Like, look at what you did," and it's like. And then there'll be the conversation with you, me, or Eddie, or Jay afterwards where we're like, dude, it's because Monty just doesn't give a shit. He's just having fun. You know what I mean? It's like he's just having fun. And but it plays
that's
into
what
that.
I was going to get at.
That
is
thought
that when we were doing the fun side and we were laughing when we hit trees, and I had a lot more throw-ins, a lot more long shots that just happened to go in, and I didn't even know how to throw yet, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm getting better at disc golf, but my scores are way worse. Like, I'm not even getting toss-ins no more long putts, no more aces.
Yeah.
And I just kind of realized it's because I'm too self-aware. I'm so conscious of the fucking competition that's going on,
Yep.
I'm still practicing while I'm playing the game, right? I'm still worrying about where my fingers are in my round. And the whole point of practice is to create muscle memory and confidence, so that way when you go play the round, when you actually get in the boxing match, you don't have to worry about is your elbow up, is your hand here. When you actually go start to do your craft, you have to trust in the practice. You have to trust that the time I spent at the putting green or the time I spent out in the field is done, is put in, so then you no longer have to criticize yourself when you're playing the round, right?
Yes.
That's what the practice is for.
Yep.
It's the pre-programming.
Absolutely, yeah.
And when we started to go to our rounds, and I'm still doing the practice stuff, like making this, that, and trying to fucking practice while I'm out there, that's why.
Yep.
Right? Because I was never letting go. I was never just allowing the practice to show and just go be and do. But it in my head, it's always more aware with myself because I can hear my thoughts. So it's only really aware when people are vocal about what they think is going to happen right before they throw, and then it happens. And that doesn't mean it has to be that person. It could be you. It could be you throwing, right? And then I watch Eddie or Mike or Jay or anybody that's there saying, right, you're sitting there with your disc, and everyone's like, yeah, just go right over there. The basket's right there. And then they tell you, one of the last things they all tell you is just don't hit that tree. Just don't hit that tree.
Yeah.
Or just make sure you get past the pond. Make sure you get over the water. Or something like that.
No, I know.
And when they tell you don't, even if you are doing good, they say don't do this. It almost has the ability, if you're not aware of it, to plant that vision of you
I
hitting
can
the tree,
automatically do that pretty
and then
quickly
boom,
on
you
my
hit
own.
the tree.
Yeah,
so
I can
I've
do that
seen it in
very
other people
fast.
when they're vocal about it.
Yeah.
But I it's most prevalent with me because I didn't even really realize it until I was aware of it at the time, but I didn't put the pieces together until later down the road when I read Zen and the Art of Disc Golf, and then I even 5 more years later, I'm into the thoughts and the frequency and all the shit I'm into now, law of attraction and manifestation. So, and I have a good memory, so I can go backtrack, right?
Yep.
To them days and rehash out what I know, like. So it wasn't always like, I can't claim to know exactly what was going on in the moment every time with self-awareness and all that.
Yes. Yep.
But I have enough of a memory and I meditate and stuff so I can go back into and remember how I want to remember it, right?
Mm-hmm.
In a sense.
Remember it. Saying
Reanalyze it, basically.
Yes.
Reanalyzing.
And I think we
And
both
it doesn't
have
always have to be what it was.
I think we both have a pretty good ability in being able to remember maybe how we felt.
Because honestly, back
at
then,
the
you know
time,
what I was saying?
Right? And we can kind of a little bit easier say, oh, well, maybe I was thinking or feeling this, and that's why I thought that. It's like we're trying to reanalyze why at that time to get better understanding of it now.
Right.
And we were actively, you're talking about actively, we were actively doing that in the sense of when we were trying to have fun and having to remember what we think we were doing.
Right. And that's what I'm getting at is I know that at the time there was many moments where maybe that day I was aware of something but I just wasn't good at practicing this type of thought process that I do now, right?
Yep. We
So
can
I
park
can't-
right here?
Yeah, right there by that sun.
Oh,
Straight in.
I've never even parked here, bro.
No.
I always park in the
all
parking
new.
lot.
So that type of awareness and stuff wasn't always with me, like on a conscious level.
Yep.
I know that I've always had a higher awareness than most people because I have a good memory, and I've always attributed that to. I have the same memory as everybody else. It just matters if I'm paying attention.
Yep.
Right. Like I do have a good memory, but only because I'm deciding to remember it. I'm being aware of it in the moment and choosing to remember.
Yep.
But if I'm just sitting, I've been talking to you the whole time. I can't tell you anything that was happening out the window.
Yeah.
Maybe the construction.
A little bit of that because we had to stop.
I can't tell you anything about the trip here because I was
Yeah.
talking, right?
Yeah.
If I was aware, I could memorize the entire trip here outside the window. But,
Yeah.
So I think that's what that awareness that's been with me always has been, and now it's grown into me being able to take my ego out of it and like blame myself so I can get better.
And disc golf for both of us
did that.
Disc golf for both of us has
that.
helped us and helped teach us that.
Yeah.
And help us remember that
Right.
we've kind of done it in our other things in
Well,
life
I
as
was
well.
willing to do anything to get better, so
Yeah,
even blame
yeah.
myself. And
I mean, we talked a lot about you getting so mad at
I've
these
thrown my
tournaments.
bag.
Yeah, and
I've
I totally understand it because
Yeah.
I feel the
I've
same
never
way.
quit. I've
Like,
never quit a tournament. But
no.
I've thrown my bag. I've flipped out. I fucking.
And then we've gone and played around,
Said I was
and
gonna
you've
quit.
done awesome.
Yeah.
You've done awesome.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it
so
ain't
it's
me. It ain't me.
Mindsets.
It's me.
Yeah.
It's my mind.
I
Yeah.
learned a lot of things. You gotta leave your baggage in the fucking car and go play golf. Right?
Yeah.
And just be, don't be Travis that has bills or child support or a job to go to or nothing.
Yep.
You just be a guy playing disc golf.
And that was why I always did it. Was because instead of just being a guy that I do my own thing or sit at home and fucking game or something,
Yeah.
I'm going out with my friends and playing something. So it is a little bit harder me doing it by myself.
Right.
Because I've always been in the aspect of I do it for the fun of doing it because it's always been with my friends.
Right.
That's
That's what we're gonna do. We're here.
We're here. We're going to go play.
This episode's gonna be a little less talking and a lot more fun, I think.
Yeah, so you'll see maybe some montages. I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
you'll be seeing
We will-
any talking.
Yeah,
we're
we're
going to
gonna
show
throw
some
some discs. We're
montages
gonna
of
try
us throwing the disc. I'm going
Yeah.
to try to do it a
Get
little
some
like
footage out of it.
cinematic because we're thinking about a movie maybe some point in the future. So I'm trying to see how good I am
Yeah.
at framing some
Experimenting,
shots
Show
that
you
I
some
have with
views.
some of my
Maybe we can
lenses.
show them the boardwalk, the bridge.
And then we'll probably do a little round table when we're done.
Yeah.
Maybe in front of the sign or something. We'll set up real quick to kind of do our thoughts of maybe how the game and maybe more thoughts we had as we're playing. We'll come back in and rehash this disc golf episode.
Yeah, exactly.
But you'll see us back in a little bit. Enjoy the montage. Welcome back.
Done golfing.
That was a little show of kind of our course and us playing around with our new discs in a way, or my new discs, really.
Yeah, yep.
But yeah,
Pretty nostalgic.
I'd say
Going
so.
back to the Pinnacle or our old stomping grounds.
And we actually went around. We don't normally go around to the ski jump or like kind of walk through the trails, really. And we did a little of that.
We took a different route so we could
Yeah,
kind of
kinda.
capture some of the prettier holes, I guess.
Highlight some of the little spots.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about my buzzes? What did you think about the new discs?
The buzzsaw, that thing's cool.
Right?
I like it. I'm gonna probably get one.
I think it's nice.
You know, I was just talking about how I don't need no new discs.
We were
And then I
just
threw
talking
that.
about it at the beginning of the
Yeah.
episode. That's kind of why I like this idea of
Yeah,
shooting
yeah.
this episode, because
Yeah.
here we go. There's a
Yeah.
little signifier of I was predicting kind of right, even
Yeah.
though I wasn't really predicting. I was
Right,
like,
right.
well, so am I right that when you choose a disc, it's going to be because of what it can add to your personal, what you do with it, right?
Right.
You're not worried about, you don't really want a new disc. You're probably more wondering how this buzz will wear
Well, it
out.
looked cool already. Like, it looked awesome.
Yeah.
Looked cool. I'm a buzz guy right away, so it's like, ugh. But then I threw it, and it was like,
Then it was nice. Yeah.
yeah.
Hole 3, I did get a really hard dinger, and I think that was the first one you actually were trying to film me. I
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
hard dinger. It went way out. That was a hard one.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I mean, we skipped a few holes, but we're just trying out the disc, really, having fun, and it was our first time of
Trying
us
out the camera.
using the camera in that way of just trying to show more highlighting us throwing it. Not really for the game,
Yeah.
but we might do that. We might do it. I think it looks kind of boring because of the way it's set up, where we have a still shot and it shows you throwing it. You might not see it so clearly, unless I get a bigger zoom camera, zoom lens, I mean. But we will probably do, maybe you can follow us for a whole round or something. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah.
But-
yeah, that would be like a whole nother
Yeah. we're trying to
style.
do a lot of
We're
these
just playing
earlier.
with the camera really, and thought
Yeah.
disc golf would be a good outlet to
Do the next one for, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it all worked out too. So we don't have any spoilers for you for what we have for episode 3 planned yet, but it's going to be probably something that you haven't seen before.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll do something. We're always up to something.
Yep. Sounds good. All right, everybody.
so-
I got to get to work. It's been
Yep.
a long morning so far, and we will catch you all on the next episode of
Take it
Two
easy.
Bros, No Kermit.
But you don't.